Hello, I am Faisal Akbar with a new video related to series of training sessions on product cost. In a last video, we have discussed cost center-wise allocation of costs, including labor and overheads. Now in this video, we will discuss how to calculate per unit cost of raw material required. First of all, we will see the definition. What is raw material? Raw materials are materials or substances upon which some processes are carried out so that they are transformed into a product called finished goods. In simple meanings, the input in a process is raw material, while the output is finished products. So for each process, the material received from previous process as input is its raw material and output is a finished product, which then becomes input of next process. Let us take example of a textile. Seeds are sown to obtain cotton buds. Cotton plucked from field becomes raw material of ginning mills. Ginned cotton becomes raw material for spinning mills. Yarn becomes raw material for fabric. Fabric is consumed to produce stitched shirts, trousers, which is a consumable item. Similarly, in case of oil, oil seeds are crushed to obtain unprocessed oil. Unprocessed oil is processed to become processed oil. Then processed oil is further processed and added various ingredients to get edible oil. Waste is processed to obtain soap. So, if summarizing our discussion, raw material is a product used to produce finished goods. Raw material consumed forms the major cost element of product costing. The raw material usually changes its characteristics. For instance, yarn is measured in kilograms, but the finished goods, fabrics, are measured in meters. Similarly, rawhide is transformed into number of shoes. Calculating the raw material cost. In industrial environment, calculation of raw material required is usually calculated by production planning department based on wastages, B-grade impacts, and types of raw material in use. During my tenure in textile group, I was head of costing section supported by production planning department with data on production and wastage. My main point of focus was impact of changes in raw material cost on per unit cost charged to each product, while the other costs were standard calculated on 6 monthly basis. Now we move to the exercises. The objective of this exercise is to assign cost of raw material consumed in manufacturing environment where the material passes through various processes before converting into finished goods. Different methods are applied for different types of processes or products. We will go through two different examples for gaining in-depth knowledge on the subject. First, we will take example of raw material consumed in yarn. Before starting our process, we will make our assumptions. Our first assumption is that our raw material is cotton, 100% pure cotton product is being produced. Production cost centers along with different types of wastages. Then we also have some reusable wastages. Reusable wastages are those wastages which can be sold or can be reused in producing some coarse count of yarn. The process is as under. First, we will see our quantitative requirement. Raw material consumed is noted, which is calculated based on production required. Then we gross it up department wise by adding wastages. We have seen in previous slide. Department 1 3.5% waste, department 2 2.9% waste, and so on. Then the raw material required to be input is calculated. Now we will charge the value. So for this we will require cost of material required is noted. cost is divided by raw material consumed. Per unit cost of raw material consumed is determined. In order to understand it more clearly, we now move to the Excel file. Now we come to the example of raw material required to produce 250,000 kgs of a certain type of yarn. In order to produce 250,000 kgs of yarn, we will calculate the raw material to be issued to first process as input. You can see that we have used the formula of grossing up by adding 1% wastage to the 250,000 kgs. We reach to 250 to 525 kgs. That will be input of department 4. And similarly, we will move upward until we come to the conclusion that we will be requiring 285,006 kgs of input so that we can obtain 250,000 kgs of yarn. For this, our per unit cost is 25 rupees. We will multiply 25 with 285,000 kgs and we come up with 7.1 million rupees worth of raw material to be input for obtaining 250,000 kgs of yarn. Now we will calculate the cost per unit. 250,000 is total raw material consumed. 7.1 million is the cost of raw material available as input. Our per unit raw material consumed comes to be 28.50, which was rupees 25 before adding up the wastages impact. So this is our per unit cost. The main question is that we could have added all wastages and grossed up on total basis, then why such hassle? The answer is pretty simple. In this way, we have also calculated cost center-wise expected production. If you can recall our previous session on allocation of cost to different departments, we calculated total cost for each process. The cost included labor and overheads. Now in this exercise, we have calculated production of each department. So we are in a position to calculate our per unit cost of labor and overhead allocatable to each department. Now we move back to our PowerPoint. Let us take another example. In case of production of cooking oil, we can see the flow chart from crude sunflower oil to refined production of refined sunflower oil. We have given the departments as well as inputs of different ingredients and our wastages. When we pass crude sunflower oil from various processes, different ingredients are used to form processed sunflower oil. The weight is reduced by gums during degumming, so on and so forth, as well as roughly 6% to 8% byproduct soap stock is also extracted during the acidification process, which forms raw material for soap manufacturing. We add up 6% of byproduct and weight loss due to different cleaning and other processes to reach the input quantity of crude sunflower oil. Simply stating, if we require 100 liters of refined oil, we will add back the weight losses due to cleaning, then wastages, as well as 6 to 8% of soap stock to calculate how much crude oil should be input to obtain 100 liters of refined sunflower oil. In short, each product has different type of processes and wastages. However, method of calculation is same. Hope you like this video. Please do give your comments, and in case of any query, please write to faisalfca1967@gmail.com or WhatsApp at +92 321 493 1640. Thank you very much.